Good morning, everybody. So I have been supposed to do this video for a minute. You'll have to forgive me, I'm doing more than one thing at once because I'm getting ready to go. Making some iced tea. Just woke up. In the summer months, I love iced tea. Iced tea is one of my personal favorites in the summer. Anyway, the video is a video response. It's for the Trucker 411 channel. The video is a response for Kim Kipio. My video was actually supposed to be up last month, so I apologize to my 411 peoples. We're going to try to be a little more, get more videos up, more content up. We have a new host coming. Her name is That Girl, who should be working for a trucking company. I don't know if she'll give the name of her trucking company in the videos. Again, I don't, y'all, that tells you how I was sleeping, huh? I brushed my teeth too, so that could be teeth brushed up. Allergies. I don't require, and I don't require people to give the names of the trucking companies. One of the reasons I don't do that is because I don't want trucking company bothering you. I think you should be able to talk about your experiences openly. And with the advent of the driver shortage, some drivers out here kills me. Oh, it's a myth. I'm like, where do you get your data from? It's a myth. People are just weird, but okay, believe it's a myth if you want to. Just, you go right on ahead and believe it's a myth. It's a myth. That ain't true. There's no driver shortage. They're just telling you that. Let me tell you something. Trucking companies, at least some of the big ones, are offering a lot more stuff than they did before. And the reason they're doing it is driver retention because of the shortage, okay? Now, Kim Kipio, the reason I mentioned a little bit of this, Kim Kipio asked a question. Now, the original question she asked, I think we were a little unclear on it. And DCI Jams the question. I said, well, do what you can. Run with it as best you can. He ran with it, and he talked about, he saw it as, and the way it came across was initially in her initial comment, was where we kind of like elitist. Where did we feel we were a league of our own? And he took it as though maybe she was questioning how safe we were out here on the road. And then later she clarified. So his response, if you want to go back to the Trucker 411 Facebook page, his response was, hey, I think, what I've seen out here, truckers seem to be really safe, yada, 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 yada. Now, I'm going to disagree with him because I have seen something different. But he is a new driver. He has he's coming into his year. And maybe for him, what he's seen, because he's interacted with more, I think, newer drivers, and he's learning as he's going, is maybe he is focused a little more on safety, so he sees it. But as I've been driving, and even when I was doing some of the driver training, my humble opinion is we're not as safe. I mean, I try to be as safe as I can, but a lot of people, as we become more and more mature in the industry, as with anybody with the license, you start to become comfortable. So some of the standards that you may have had when you first started driving, looking both ways, I'm talking about just a regular car, certain things, you become a little more lackadaisical in because you become comfortable. So we become kind of lazy, in my humble opinion. So to his thing, I think as drivers become more mature, they don't become as safe. And I do see things on here that disturb me. Like yesterday, I actually was trying to get to Arizona, which normally I could get to Arizona. I even left out early to get to Arizona, but I hit high winds coming out of Texas and into New Mexico. I'm watching drivers haul ass and trailers weaving all over the damn road. Me, I'm going between 45, 55 miles an hour. And normally on roads that I would go 60, 65 on. And I had to slow it down. I took my time, and by the time I got done, high winds are hard. Keeping your truck in its lane, keeping the trailer in its lane, you have to slow down. I'm listening to Weather Band, and there was a wind advisory, and you got up to 40 some mile an hour gust. that's going to push the trailer. Now, it might not tip you over, well, unless you're empty, but it is going to push you around, okay? And so I'm watching these guys haul 60 plus. Trailers all weaving all in the lane, going into... That's a safety issue. It's a safety issue. So, you know, I don't... Some people aren't comfortable with it. They'll slow down. I've driven in high winds before. I've got 38,000 on board. So I drove it, but I had to drive slower. I had to be more attentive. And I'm a person that at the beginning of the day, one of my biggest goals is I want to get home. Hold on, y'all, getting a breakfast bar. Allergies are pumping. Y'all don't have these? These are really good. Like the coconut, the lemon, and they got a carrot cake one. And give the boxes from Walmart, they're cheaper. They sell them individually at some of the grocery stores. They're more expensive. I think you get them on Amazon. I'm going to go ahead and get my thing back to Amazon and start linking those below too. But I see people do things in conjunction with this attitude that that's what I want to use. It's an attitude that basically says I'm comfortable with it, I can drive this, I've got this, and they begin to think, I think that they're experts in a certain area. Unfortunately, in my humble opinion, they're not experts in it yet. And it hurts you more than it helps you, okay? With that being said, I don't think drivers are as safe as they could be. Kind of like the kid who went down on the mountain in Colorado. So I want to deal with that first. And I think that folks are driving way too fast in these trucks in conditions that aren't good. And it's either because they're uncomfortable or they're not trained well. And I think a lot of companies are trying to put butts in the seat so fast that they aren't training safety issues, because while they rah-rah safety's not really their goal. Their goal is to get the money for the freight. So in a sense, I could give a damn about the safety of the driver, the safety of the load, or the safety of the public. It's just, well, I'm put somebody in there and it's the luck of the draw, roll the dice. Preferably they don't roll the truck. We just get our freight there as soon as we possibly can. And that, to me, is one of the most detrimental and dangerous attitudes that you can have. But that is the attitude of a lot of trucking companies. They don't, their main goal is the freight. They don't give a damn about the safety. They'll yell safety because that's what they're supposed to do. And it's nothing different from most American business. We put up, oh, we're a moral company, or we're going to take care of your money. It's just like Wells Fargo, you know. Yeah, we're this, that, and the other thing. But yet the internal goal, because you set a standard, if you set a standard that you know is going to be questionable, then you don't do it. And people are going to do what they can to get their money. And some of it's not going to be legal. Everybody's going to work the system. And that's where we have a problem. And a company that was truly, I'm going to say truly has a standard, will put the things in place to make that standard thus and so. Okay? But a lot of them don't care. I mean, because what's $1 million lawsuit when you have $1 billion you're making a year? That's like me having $100,000 and losing 100. What's $100 in compared to 100? What's $1,000 in compared to 100,000? I made 100,000 in a year. Why do I care about that 1,000? It doesn't matter to me. So that is the attitude. So yeah, we might have some accidents. Somebody might die. We might pay several million. But hey, we've made X.9 billion. So I believe that safety is an issue company-wide. I also think it's driver issues. And I think it's really, you know, it's personalities. People, you know, what people's goals are. If your goals are the money, I'm going to tell you right now, if your full goal is nothing but money, your safety standards are going to be down. If you're chasing nothing but the money, your safety standards going. Like I'm watching this guy from Western Express come in here. This is a parking lot. He's going way too fast for this parking lot right now. You come in this parking lot, slow your ass down. It's a parking lot. You got kids that run across the parking lot. Granted, parents need to be parents, but it happens. So we need to understand there's a standard. We can't just drive any old kind of way. But he whipped this thing in here real fast. The Western Express drove it in here and doesn't care. Why? Because he's doing what he got to do. I'm going to run in here to Walmart and do what I got to do. He don't care. The standard is questionable. Anyway, y'all, I'm on my way to Vegas. And I got to go to Cali. Going back to Cali. And one other thing I'm going to mention in this video, I don't want to be long, but 5 more minutes. Kim Kipio clarified this was not really her question, but I thought it was a good understanding in a sense, and it's something that needed to be discussed. Her issue with where we had League of Our Own was the fact that, to clarify, she's noticed that driver treatment is not what it's supposed to be. And she's noticing that we're not getting paid what we're supposed to be. We're not being treated on a lot of levels like we're supposed to be. And the thing is that there's legislation that can be implemented, or that is being implemented, and drivers don't really vote. We don't get politically involved to have a say. And so she says, do you feel you're so elitist that you don't need a union? You don't vote politically. You know, what is this? You know, you're basically getting crapped on. I mean, that's really what she's saying. You're getting crapped on, but yet you guys don't seem to be involved to make changes. And I think, I'm not even going to, I see that in a way bigger scope than just drivers. I mean, we see a lot of stuff going on countrywide. It's a very big issue. And what happens again, it's a part of, it's all about me. Yeah, I got a biological father right now. It's all about him. He doesn't see beyond the nose on his face. He doesn't see the bigger picture. He'll get in a car, for example, with bad tires, bad brakes, drive it because I don't really feel like paying that right now. I can use that money to eat out. I can use that money to look pretty in my clothes. I can use that money for other stuff, opposed to understand that it's not just about you. When you're driving in the motoring public, it's about the safety of the motoring public too. So it's beyond your face. It's beyond you. Because if the brakes go, you're going to kill somebody. You're going to run into a car and you could kill a baby in the back. You could kill a mom. You have to see beyond yourself. But he doesn't care beyond himself because it's all about him. Narcissistic. And we've become a very narcissistic society. It is. What the hell is this guy doing? Okay, now he's going really fast again. So he came in, he backed in like he was parking, and then he pulled right back out. I don't understand what he's doing. He's weird. I have no idea. But sometimes we think it's all about us, and we have to be very careful when we run with this narcissistic attitude, because it's not all about us. It's about a lot more. It's about a lot more. Anyway, guys, what I'm going to say to most of my drivers, it's Kim, good question. We do need to become politically involved. We need to look at the things that are being implemented. I know there's some changes coming to our service, and that's because I guess they did a forum at GATS with questions and things like that. We need to become involved, because otherwise we're going to get crapped on. Anyway, guys, I'm getting ready to get out of here. My pre-trip is almost up because I already did my walk around early. And then I do it once I get in the truck, because sometimes I'll get out there and I'll go beyond the time I want to use. So I got out there early and did all my stuff. But be blessed, be safe out here on the road. I hope this answers some of her question. Sorry that this is late. Our next video topic is going to be kind of a fun one. We're going to be talking about places that we have found where you can park the truck and go eat. And food, obviously, one of my top favorites, which I need to adjust. But we're going to talk about places we need to go we can go and eat and park the truck and things like that. In Vegas, there's Lyft, so you can usually park anywhere you want. Just call Lyft and they'll come get you, which I'm going to probably do tonight. Or I'm going to contact a friend of mine, Miss Regina, if she's available. We keep missing each other when I go out there, so I haven't seen her in about a couple of years. But anyway, y'all, 2 and 2, be blessed. God bless you.